Welcome everybody to Level and Diecast for a very special showcase edition for today. Something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Just kind of showcase these resurgence of muscle machines. The Muscle Machines 2.0 or 3.0 could be. This is all the resurgence that came out probably towards the end of 2020, I think, maybe early 2021 when they first started popping up. This is the package they come in. Of course, we'll start with number one. We aren't going to crack these open. We're going to go through every single thing released thus far. They come in this double-sided clamshell. You see the car is not exactly centered on there. It is big enough to accommodate a multitude of different vehicles. They do have the mix on the back, some other details like that, just basic information, barcode, pretty standard packaging, although they don't stack all that well. Of course, Muscle Machines is owned by Maesto, which of course is owned by the Mei Chong Group. They are essentially being licensed through Maesto and kind of sold through Maesto, kind of stuff like that. 1/64 scale-ish. First one we have up here, this of course is the Shelby GT500, 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500 in kind of a grabber green, kind of a lime grabber green. So the resurgence of Muscle Machines is intended to blend modern day with, of course, some classic castings. They are typically relatively smaller towards the back, bigger towards the rear, just bigger details and stuff in the back. See the huge exhaust tips and stuff like that. So that is the first one. That was number one. Now, the good thing about, well, I guess I wouldn't say the good thing, but thanks to Hot Wheels, of course, there are going to be chases. So Muscle Machines has released some chase pieces. This is their standard chase piece. It does have a little sticker up there. It says limited edition. This is that exact same Mustang, but in charcoal. All their chases are in charcoal with some red details on the tires and stuff like that. But that one looks pretty good. Just charcoal. Nothing different besides that. But when Muscle Machines first came out, they were available at Target initially. So Target got their own chase pieces. This is a Target exclusive chase piece. You can see it does say only at Target. It is the exact same chase piece, but in red metallic, which is probably one of the better chases that they've done so far. The red edition chases were pretty sweet. They only lasted for a few series, and then they went away because Muscle Machines essentially went away from Target. So that covers our first model, which is the Shelby Mustang. We'll try to make some space here. These things don't stack all that well. All right, number two up in the mix. This is the 55 Chevy Cameo pickup. Sorry, it is kind of difficult to read that through the blister, but this is number two in the mix. This one comes in a kind of a charcoal with a blue two-tone. Looks fantastic. Big blue double intake blower sticking out the top. This is more classic Muscle Machines. As a matter of fact, I think this is an existing casting, but that one is pretty good. Nothing fancy with the details on the back. Pretty standard quo. So we'll set that guy to the side. All right, next one up. This is the 66 Dodge Charger. This one is in kind of a sort of General Lee-ish print job, more of just the colors. Again, number three. Existing casting from the existing days. Does have 426 cubic inch on the top there. Big, huge blower sticking out the top. Blue stripe down the middle. Orange with some black steelies on it, which looks really, really good. We also got a chase for that one in the standard version. So the chases have evolved to be this. So they originally were those black charcoal ones. We will see another one of those. But this is what they evolved to now. It's matte black with some gold accents. The gold accents do vary. A little bit of chrome here and there as well. A little bit of black chrome as well. There's a little bit of black chrome on the engine. So their chases have been evolving kind of rather interestingly. The sticker also went away for some of these. Some of them have them, some of them don't. Not really sure what the details are. But chase piece looks pretty good. I definitely like that one with that 66 Charger. See the blister pack changed a little bit as well. So a little bit easier to read the model in there as well. So that's always a good sign. All right, next one up in the mix, number four. This is the Buick GNX. I do believe this was an existing casting as well. This one has gotten quite a bit of love. We will see this again. for sure. But this one looks pretty good, just in gloss black. Pretty typical GNX colors, big, huge, fat tires on the back. Details look pretty good. These all have prints all the way around. They are considered a premium. They do retail for about $5, depending on where you get them from. Online, a little bit more expensive, shockingly, than in store. But that one is pretty cool. Definitely like the GNX. All right, next one up, a little bit of old school flavor. Do have ourselves a 64 Shelby Cobra. Open top, pretty much the standard Cobra. Does have a nice big blower sticking out the top, air cleaner. Looks pretty good. Does your roll bar in the back there. A lot of chrome accents. I do believe this is an existing casting as well. This one, number 5, looks pretty good. It's a pretty average one. Nothing fancy with that one. All right, rolling in with some Fox Body love. This is, of course, the SVT Cobra, the 93 SVT Cobra. This one does don the Highway Patrol CHP style. I think that's even licensed. I think it says California on there. I think really, really difficult to get in there on the zoom. But number 6, this one looks good. No light bar on the top. Huge blower sticking out the front. A lot of these blowers will be carried over from car to car. It does have some roof lights there. You see there's a red one right there, and then there's a blue one on this side, or silver one on that side. Kind of difficult. Those are like the spotlights. So some pretty good detail on there. So looks pretty good. I like that one. It's a pretty good one. We're going to see that Fox Body way more times too. All right, JDM Love. This is a brand spanking new casting for this resurgence of muscle machines. This, of course, is the 72 Datsun 240Z. This one in kind of a purple color. You do have some Yokohamas on there. Very, very nice wheels. Very appropriate style of wheel on there. Looks fantastic. Does not have an opening hood. That hood is a separate piece, but it is only to modify. So if they want to put a big, huge blower engine on this one, like it's got a swapped LS or something in it, because they probably will do that at some point in time. But that one looks pretty good. We did get a chase for that as well. Standard Quo chase. Like I said, this is the chases that they used to be. These were the first round of chases. So this one has that same exact done up as the Shelby Cobra, charcoal gray, red print on the tires and stuff like that. This one looks fantastic. It is a matte black on the hood, so different from the charcoal gray from the model. So it looks pretty good. That one still had the sticker on it, but they also still had these at Target at the time, so we got another Target red. This one is in the 72 Datsun 240Z. Deco looks good. I like it. It's the same deco for every single one of these. They're just different colors. But I think this red one looks pretty good. I like the red with the black wheels. It's a pretty nice combination. So throw these guys up. Get those guys out the way. Very, very particular way to stack these, by the way. All right, next one up, Shelby Daytona Coupe, 1965, number 8. This one dons a pretty nice blue and white scheme. I like the white pipe out of the side, looks pretty good. I do believe this was an existing casting from the original run of Muscle Machines as well. So this one looks pretty good. So interesting to see that they still had all these tools laying around that they could still use. I think that's a good thing. Number 9, Ford GT40 Mark II. This one looks especially nice. I really, really like the black and silver with some gold wheels on there. It does say Firestone tires, which would be pretty appropriate for the era. A couple of gold tips for the exhaust. I really like that. It looks really, really good. Ford GT is definitely one of the cooler race cars that ever existed. Definitely. If you definitely like old school muscle machines, this one's definitely right up your alley. This is the 33 Ford 3-window coupe in kind of a mint green with a ridiculous engine on it, like always. Got some belt detail in there, looks pretty good. Big old Steelies with some Firestone print. That one looks pretty cool. I do like that one. This is Muscle Machines on the back. It's a pretty nice one with number 10. Moving on to number 11, a little bit of the same kind of flavor, 41 Willys Coupe. This one in competition cams. This does have a different engine on the top with some breathers there on the top in red. Kind of a red chrome, looks good. Some gasser style, obviously, with the white walls on the front. Definitely has the right stance. This is original Muscle Machines casting as well. Definitely more of the flavor that they were doing back of the day. No doubt about it. Another one up here, 1970 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Matchbox has made this casting, and it's pretty popular. This one doesn't seem to be as popular from Muscle Machines. Big O wagon. This one in green and gold two-tone looks good. Does have some black Kragers on there. I do like the look of this one. Does have, of course, your Vista window right there at the top. It's a pretty cool casting. Definitely a pretty cool one. So throw that one to the side. All right, brand spanking new casting. This is new. This is definitely not something Muscle Machines would have been doing back in the day. Exotics. Ferrari F40. This is number 13. This one is a little bit different. They put the Ferrari symbol there, so they put the sticker over there for that one. So this one's actually printed. So they probably printed that one because they had to put the Ferrari symbol on there, but the rest of them have just been a sticker. Nothing fancy with this one. Still the same old status quo, but it is a brand spanking new casting. So the wing in the back is ridiculously big. Big wheels in the back. It's not a bad casting, though. It actually looks pretty good. I actually like this one. It was a little bit difficult to find when it first came out, but it took a little bit. And then it was readily available, like pretty much all Muscle Machines are. All right, so say you like muscle cars, but somehow you like JDM as well. Well, how about you just put a famous JDM deco on a muscle car, and there you go. 1971 Chevy Camaro, number 14. This does don Advan deco on the side. Very interesting choice with Advan tires on there as well. This is a pretty good one. It's a split bumper. It's a pretty cool Camaro. I like it. It's a little bit darker chrome on the engine. The Advan looks okay. Kind of interesting to see this on this Camaro with, you know, it is what it is. Not on the Datsun, but I guess I can accept the fact that it's not on the Datsun because that would be too stereotypical maybe. All right, number 15. 1955 Chevy Nomad Gasser, existing casting from the back in the day. It says Mad Wagon on the side. Got your Edelbrock. Definitely hits the spot with the the popularity of gassers these days. I do like the gold. The gold is a fantastic color. Looks very, very good. Do like that one a lot. We also got a chase piece of that one. So this again was the original style of chase pieces. This came out towards the beginning. These by the way, the numbers and stuff like that, this stuff did not come out in order whatsoever. It's been all over the map. So, but we're going through them in order because it makes it easier. Same deco as the rest of the chase pieces. This one is not the same deco, obviously, as the normal release. But that one looks pretty good. Now, there was also a Target release. This was the final batch that hit Targets to get the exclusive. So there is a red edition of the Targets. Unfortunately, I do not have that one. One of the very few cars I don't have. But there is a red edition Target version for that guy. So if you're looking to be a completist like myself, that gives you one more model to pick up. All right, brand new casting for this Resurgence 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302. This is number 16. It is blue. Does have the ridiculous blower at the top of it. More modern muscle, though. Big, huge exhaust out the back with the chrome exhaust tips. Those prototypical 5-spoke Mustang wheels looks good. Does have that Boss striping on there as well. So pretty cool. Just a Mustang, but it's still pretty cool. Mustangs are super popular. There's a ton of them. All right, moving on to some more exotics. Yes, they did the Lamborghini Countach, the original nice Countach. Not the original body Countach, but the nice prototypical one with the big wing on the back and all that good stuff like that. Just like the one that Doug DeMuro bought. Except for it doesn't have white wheels. Number 17 does have those typical 5-dot wheels that you feel like you can just grab and just pop off with your hand. Looks fantastic. Really, really like this casting. This one actually looks fantastic in its Muscle Machines kind of Art Deco. Big, huge taillights in the back. Big, huge wing on the back. I really like this one. This one actually, I think, turned out really, really good for a Muscle Machines iteration because I was a little worried about that one. Didn't think that one was going to quite work out as well. All right, brand new casting again. This is the RWB 993-911, number 18. This one in Ruwelt. Does have that across the windshield banner as well. The idlers on the tire print. This one is another one that I think did a pretty good job with Muscle Machines-ifying it, because the rear end is just so ridiculous. It's ridiculously wide. The double stacked wing is ridiculous. It just screams Muscle Machines. I think this one turned out very, very good. So that one is a pretty cool addition. I like that one a lot. A little biased towards Porsche here at Level M, just a little bit. All right, brand spanking new casting. Good old Smokey. This is the 1949 Ford F100 pickup. Pickup. It is built on an F100 though. Number 19. This one is wicked, wicked cool. Big, huge wing out the back. Chassis mounted wing. Big, huge turbo on the other side in gold. There's a big, huge turbo stick in there. No engine on the top. This one is ridiculously bonkers. This actually dons the exact same wheel that the F40 had, which I think is just a ridiculous addition. It's so cool. This is probably one of the coolest ones, though, so far. Hopefully I can get another one of these to crack open, but they're difficult to find in the store. Actually, all Muscle Machines are pretty difficult to find in the stores. All right, number 20, brand spanking new casting, 1986 Audi Sport Quattro S1 E2. This one is fantastic. This is actually the most recent release. We are actually going to go up all the way to number 30. But this is the most recent release from Muscle Machines. This one recently just dropped about a couple weeks ago. So this one is very, very new. The prints on the fog light ridiculousness on the front look fantastic. This is such a good casting. This is another one that really benefited from the Muscle Machines style. Makes it a big, huge, wide rear end, big old wide wing on it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Such a good addition. Prints all the way around. Of course, like all of these, because they are El Primo. Really, really good stuff. All right, another relatively recent release. This one's also a new casting. Number 21. This is Gene Winfield's 1961 Cadillac Maybelline. This one in a ridiculous butter gold with some ridiculous chrome wheels, white wall tires. Do apologize for the glare. It's so good. This is another one, just ridiculous fins out the back, ridiculously wide, just such a perfect fit for Muscle Machines. It's just such a wide model. Look how wide that model is. It's just huge, just such a huge model, but I think it looks really, really good. So this one is really, really nice. A little bit of fade on the top there for some white, really nice details on there. Definitely like that one for sure. Pretty cool to see that one. All right, 1949 Mercury. This is an existing casting. Number 22. This one in kind of a candy red wine kind of color. This one looks pretty cool. Always been a fan of, these late 40s Fords, 40s, Mercurys. Relatively similar, the two. They look pretty good. 49 Mercury is iconic in itself. This one has a different engine style on there with some dual carburetors and stuff on there with a little bit of gold trim. Looks all right. White wall tires on this one. Not too shabby. It's a pretty decent one. So I like it. All right, moving on to number 23. More Fox body action. Of course, this time we just get a standard Fox body in red with just a little bit of a ridiculous motor sticking out the top. Definitely something that you could see at the local Cars and Coffee. Yokohama prints on the wheels. Looks pretty good. This model is a pretty good addition for Muscle Machines version as well. The exhaust tips are a little ridiculously big, but I think this casting looks good. Looks really, really good, as a matter of fact, especially in red. Definitely like that one. We did get a Chase. That one in the original style of Chase with the charcoal and the red and stuff like that. And of course, this one had the sticker. So very interesting the way that they released these. But that one is a pretty good one. Definitely like that one. Same deco. Just with the little M&Ms on the side. Same wheels and stuff. Just in black instead of chrome. All right, moving on to number 24. As I mentioned, the resurgence of the GNX is back. This time in a white pearl. I especially like it in the white pearl. Looks extremely good. The prints are super crisp. Looks very, very good. Does have a different wheel than the black one had. The black one had more of the factory style wheel. This one's a little bit more like, you know, kind of a custom build a little bit. But that one looks absolutely fantastic. I really, really like that one a lot. We did get a chase piece of that one. So this is the most current iteration of how they're doing their chases. Full matte black. This one does say Muscle Machines on the tires. And then, of course, you do have a dark gold rim on the wheel and then black wheels. So they keep going and changing how they want to do their chase pieces, which I think is fine. This one does have the sticker on it as well, so it looks like these stickers are back. But a lot of inconsistencies in the chases, but it's probably really not that big a deal. I mean, Hot Wheels does supers. Every super's different. But, I mean, if they suddenly started releasing supers and it was a super but no real riders or something, I don't think people would be too happy. All right, brand spanking new casting for this iteration of Muscle Machines. Ford Mustang RTR X. This is, of course, the old school Boss style of body. This is not the new RTR. So this one looks absolutely fantastic. Does have that 8-stack breather there out the hood. Does have some RTR prints on there as well. Charcoal with a couple different colors of green for the wheels. Looks fantastic. A little bit of blue printed underneath there for the oil pan, but very, very difficult to see in there. I do apologize. Prints on the back as well. This one is pretty good. Do like the details. A little bit of green striping on the hood. So, again, kind of difficult to deal with that glare because of the plastic, but we don't open the Muscle Machines. We leave them chilling. All right, next one up, number 26, brand spanking new casting. Yes, they are still trying to appeal to the JDM crowd. We do have the Liberty Walk 99 R34. This one was a very interesting choice, not something that I thought that they would pull out. Number 26. This one in the standard black and red two-tone. I think it looks good. I was kind of interesting to find that everybody was on board to license this to Muscle Machines to make such an oddball, because typically when this model is done, it's ridiculously realistic and usually from a high-end brand. So very, very interesting that they got this. They got this casting. They got this ability to do this model. But I think it's fantastic. Definitely helps, somebody who doesn't have the money for a $200 or $300 resin casting or something like that to get something a little bit more down to earth. So pretty cool on that one. All right, number 27. Yes, you Chevy truck guys, you. 1972 Chevy C10. This is an existing casting. Number 27. This one is fantastic. It does come with these typical blue and white two-tone chrome wheels on it. Just your standard C10 look to it. The details on the front are fantastic. Huge blower on the top. I'm fairly certain that this will release in more of a stock version. Maybe not a big, huge engine sticking out of the front of it, but I think this one looks really good. I think this is a good version for the first release. We will definitely get more of these going forward. I guarantee it. Chevy trucks are very, very popular. All right, we haven't had too many redos in the whole release thus far. We do have a new color for the Datsun, though. This is number 28. Just coming in a nice deep blue with some black over fenders. Same wheels as the previous one. Looks pretty good. Just say Toyo tires on there. Just a nice factory version. Does have those fender-mounted rear view mirrors. Look pretty cool. Definitely like this casting. They did a really good job on this casting. I think they did a fantastic job. It is pretty wide as well, so that one is a pretty nice addition. Hasn't been too much JDM, but there's been some. All right, number 29, another recolor, 1965 Chevy Daytona Coupe. This one in silver with silver wheels, number 4 on it. A couple of white stripes on there. Same motor setup, looks good. Again, existing Muscle Machines casting, but this one looks fantastic. Really like that one a lot. So no chase piece on this one as of yet, but there could be one. Who knows? All right, number 30. We do have some more after number 30, but we have everything released all the way up 1 through 30 thus far. We are current with that. So now they're going to start releasing other numbers. We'll get to those in just a second. 1965 Chevy Chevelle wagon. This one in yellow with some black stripes. This one is an existing Muscle Machines casting as well. One of the easiest ways to tell is usually by the exhaust tip. It's pretty much how they did all the exhaust dump. This wheel, too, was also a very, very popular wheel in the original release of the Muscle Machines. But this one looks pretty cool. A two-door wagon. Some pretty cool details on there. Not necessarily the forte here at Level M or anything like that, or most of the collectors these days. But we love Muscle Machines and like collecting them all. Almost forgot. We got a chase of that one. We did get a chase of that one. So, last chase, unfortunately, that we have currently, but there is a chase. This one does don the same matte black with the dark gold ring on there. Muscle Machines on the tires. A little bit of gold trim for the engine as well. So, it looks pretty good. One of the things about these blisters, too, I was going to point out is all the blisters are the exact same. They're all the same. They all just have a sticker on the corner for the number. And then the placard right here at the bottom that the car sits on is the actual designation of what it is. So a little bit of a cost cutting. I have a weird, like, couple Pisa towers, leaning tower Pisas on the side here that stacked up all the cars we've looked at. All right, jumping forward to number 34. This is how they're released. We do have every one of them. So there are no 31, 32, and 33 are not released yet. RWB 993911, this is another version. However, this one is different. This is one of the cool things that Muscle Machines can do. So this is the purple. Does have that nice double stack wing on the back. Still has all the nice details on there. Do apologize about the glare. A little bit hard to see in there. But this one has the exposed turbos on the back. Does not have the full bumper. So they do have some changes for each casting, which I think is important. Helps them, make variety and stuff like that, make it look pretty good. Since these are not released yet, we will show the mix there. Of course, number 31, there is a recolor for the Audi Sport. The 93 454 SS is coming out. That's a new casting. Mark IV Supra, that's a new casting as well. And then we'll have a new color for the F40. And then, of course, there is another deco for the Shelby, which we have not seen since numero uno. So they do have some pretty good heavy hitters coming, especially with that Mark IV Supra. All right, Chevy truck guys, I told you we were going to get more of a standard deco. Jumping all the way to number 40. Okay, so we will take a look at the second release here. 1972 Chevy C10 pickup. This one just has the cowl hood on it in a mint green. Looks fantastic. There's those wheels. Looking pretty good. So maybe this was an existing casting. Yeah, this is definitely existing casting, the Chevy truck. So I thought maybe it might have been new, but no, this is definitely an existing casting. Does say Chevrolet on the back. Looks pretty good. Not too bad. Next series coming up. This is going to be, of course, the series after the one we just looked at. Camaro, 88 Camaro Z28. That would be the IROC style. I think that is a brand new casting. Super excited about that one. We do have the Countach coming up in a new color. You do have the AE86. That's a brand spanking new casting. I guarantee you that will be an Initial D style of deco. Guarantee it. Of course, the C10 pickup we have right here. There's going to be another GNX, and then there is a recolor of that ridiculous Ford F1 pickup. Super excited about that one. Super excited about that one. So that is episode 1. We do have one more episode coming up. In episode 2, we'll talk about some non-standard releases, and then we'll take a look at the transports as well, and that will wrap up everything released from Muscle Machines thus far. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you picked up all those, if you actively collect these, if you have all 32 released thus far, plus some chases. Definitely interested to hear about that. But we're going to roll out. We'll get on to part 2. That'll be coming up shortly. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time on Level M Diecast. Peace.